Okay, we got a 78 GMC K15. This is just a regular old steering column, no tilt or anything. And we've already removed the steering wheel. That's the easy part. Next thing is to get this piece off right here. And you might have seen some guys on the YouTube there using a hammer and vice grips or pry bars or whatever. You're going to take this thing off, get you one of these. Okay, you get these in a little kit, and it comes with another bar that just goes straight across. Okay, and you just put that thing on, and then I got some pics we'll put up, show you it better, but they just clamp right onto those lobes right there. Last thing you want to do is take a hammer to this guy right here and put any pressure on it. This ain't going to hurt it, but that ain't going to do anything. You got to whack it pretty good to have this thing come off, so you're better off getting the puller. Just a word of caution. And here we have the turn signal switch. Back with the 78 K15 and removing this lock cylinder. Just a little info: the lock cylinder failed in the run position. I couldn't get it to return, so it was pretty well jammed up in there. But anyhow, if you check the Chilton manual, they'll kind of tell you about this little slot in here, and you've probably seen it on YouTube on some other videos for 78s. Anyhow, there's the slot. I made this little tool right here. Anyhow, I just found this thing and I ground it down so I could get it to fit in here. A screwdriver wasn't getting it done for some reason. So anyhow, yeah, once you break that flashing off right there, let's get my finger out of the way. Once you break that flashing off in there, you can stick this tool. Try and do two things at once here. Into that slot. And screwdriver might work too, and I'll show you why in a second here. But anyhow, what you want to do is get that into that slot right there. After you break that flashing away, you can just kind of tap it with a flathead screwdriver and break the flashing away, and you'll be able to get this tool into there. Anyhow, so you got to depress that thing, and while you're doing that, just kind of work the cylinder loose. You can stick your key in there if that helps, or you can use another screwdriver to pry it out. That's what I did. I wasn't sure if this thing was going to come out. Kept looking on YouTube and everybody's saying, yeah, this works, but I didn't have any luck. But it does work, because here's the proof. So anyhow, this thing popped out, and I already had it out. Let's put it back in to show you guys. Anyhow, but there's a piece of an old key that's been in there for about, I don't know, 15 years. Anyhow, so the lock cylinder is out, and anyhow, the piece that you're pressing on is this little thing right here. This is like a little anti-theft thing. So when you stick that screwdriver or that tool or whatever you put in there, it'll depress this thing right here and allow that cylinder to slide out. So that's what that's all about, that little hidden deal right there. So there you have it. So don't give up. You know, give it a good effort before you decide to dismantle the whole darn steering wheel when you don't need to. Alright? Good enough. Hope to help you guys out. Okay, so we got the new lock cylinder installed. Basically, it's just the reverse of the way you took everything apart. One thing you want to make sure of is, if your lock cylinder failed in the run position, you want to make sure when you put the new one in that you turn the key so that the it's in the same position, the same run position, so it'll line up with those set of gears inside of there for the actual electrical part of the switch. Basically, everything is just going to go back, like I say, the way you took it apart. One thing you might want to do is, this is for the turn signals. You might want to clean that tip off a little bit if it's dirty. And then this part right here, I just hit it with a little bit of a TSP, trisodium phosphate, clean it up a little bit, got some of the grease off of it, dirt. It's not too bad for its age. It's showing some heat marks here, but it's not falling apart, so we're in good shape. Anyhow, like, this is a Grant steering wheel, so this isn't going to apply to a stock steering wheel, at least up to the point they have to take this thing off. Grant has a special adapter for the shaft, steering column shaft, so it's different than the stock one. So anyhow, that's it. So good luck on your project.